Hello guys, today we'll be doing ChatGPT. ChatGPT's doesn't really do much actually. Um he just interacts mostly. And to start, I made a quiz about ancient civilizations and just to test its skills. And I made it some random one, and the only one I could remember was the Aztecs. And then his first question was the Aztecs built the capital city. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tenochtitlan? Well, on a lake. What was the name of the lake? A was Lake Titicaca, B Lake Texaco, C Lake Chapala, or D Lake Nicaragua. And I just picked Lake A or Lake Titicaca. And I asked ChatGPT, but it was not correct. It was actually B, Lake Texaco. And they builded this lake using floating villages. And then I asked him about what was the god that was there in the time. I picked D, but it was actually B. And then question 3 was the Aztecs used cacao beans as a form of currency. What did they most commonly use? I picked C, because the last one was incorrect. But C was also correct, which was nice because that was the first one I got correct by guessing. The Aztecs used cacao beans to make a bitter chocolate drink. For question 4, I asked what was the name of the Spanish conquistador who had led the expedition to conquer the Aztecs. I picked A, which was Francisco. But it was actually B, which was Hernando Cortez. And then I asked what was the name of the Aztec ruler during the time when the Spanish conquistadors had come. I picked B, which was Montezuma II, but it was also correct, which was nice. And then I asked what was the main purpose of the Aztecs' pyramid-shaped temples, to serve as a royal temple, or sacrifices to the gods, or a few other things. But I didn't really know it, so I just gave up. And then he revealed to me that the answer was actually D. And then I realized I was enough about this stuff. So I thought about making an adventure with dragons and knights. And it was in medieval times. Don't ask why I got medieval wrong. Well, anyway, talked about the kingdom of Eladoria, and people were in constant fear of the Dragon King. And yeah, basically it was just a dragon who commands fire-breathing beasts, terrorizing the land. And talked about some weird stuff. Just basically, I don't know, a few things. And I just skipped to the end because I didn't really want to read it. And I realized there's a multiple choice question, which is really nice because I always love to play these. It said, head straight to the Blackthorn Forest, gather a group of fellow knights, or seek counsel from the king's wizard. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't see anything else than just do every single one of them. And I asked him if I could do that. And ChatGPT said yes, and I could. So I skipped to the end again, and I saw my choices. Fight the Dragonkin, whatever that is. Use the potion of Dragon's Breath, wherever I got it. Or try to negotiate with a Dragonkin. Yeah. And I didn't know what to do again, so I just tried all of them. I'll be doing all of them for a while. Well, anyway, yeah. I fight the Dragonkin, I use the potion of Dragon's Breath, and I negotiated with him. And then anyway, chapter 4, the battle with the Dragonkin. Not much happened in this one, so I skipped it again. So my choices were to challenge the sorcerer in the magical duel, wherever he is, attempt to destroy the barrier, whatever it is, try to convince the sorcerer to let you pass. And I guess he's blocking us. So, I think I'll do all of them again. I'm not sure what else to do. And then we got Chapter 6, Confronting the Sorcerer. You said the Dragonkin sorcerer stands before you. His staff was crackling with dark energy. And yeah, I skipped it. My choices were to take the sword immediately, and or attempt to navigate through the vortex, and or search the room for another possible solution. They all seem like really good choices. So I guessed again to do all of them. Actually, but the thing is, I never knew if they're all good or all bad. So I decided to make a twist. It was everyone dies except for the main character. And see how that goes. I want to see the demise. Not because I'm mean or something. It's just I want to see how ChatGPT works that out. Then, Chapter 8, The Sword of Time. It says, you and your companion stand before the pedestal in the heart of the cavern, and the sword rests upon it. But around it swirled a powerful vortex. And first, you take the sword immediately with enchanted water protecting you. And you feel both incredibly powerful and utterly vulnerable. The vortex intensifies. But right when you're about to take it, you hear a scream. Sir Waduric, I bet that's one of our knights in our side, is pulled into the distortion. No, you shout, but it's already too late. In an instant, Sir Waduric is gone. And then you attempt to navigate through the vortex, knowing that time is quickly running out. And you look at all your energy into the chaotic force surrounding you. You try to make sense of the reality you're in, but as you struggle, the more disoriented you become, and the ground beneath your feet shifts a lot, and you lose your footing. Then, Lady Alera, skilled and calm, shoots an arrow toward a glowing crystal, thinking that it would stabilize the distortion. But when she releases the arrow, the vortex grows stronger, and her body is torn apart. Alera, you scream, but it's impossible to reach her, and her form vanishes. Sir Galvin, he is strong and a resolute knight. He charges forward in an attempt to protect you, but the vortex tears at him, and his body is pulled apart like paper in a storm. His final words echo through the distortion. Save Eladoria. Then I had trust again. Leave the caverns, search the caverns for answers, or take a moment to mourn. But I didn't want to do this anymore, so I decided to make another tab. I thought about many things. Only thing I could think of was tell me all the stock market updates. Because that was basically all I can think of. Because I know it's not very interesting, but what else is there to do? I decided to just skip it and tell me what happened at the end. He said crude oil prices dropped to 74.6 per barrel. Bitcoin rose above 105,000. And it seemed like he got it all from this place called Investors Business Daily. And some of it is from the Baron, as you see at the bottom. Not much to do. And I made another tag because I was bored again. This time, I tried to think of something different. Like, how about you make something about the Mona Lisa? I asked it about all that he knows about the Mona Lisa. It might be very little, very much, or somewhere in between. I don't care. I talked about the Mona Lisa, also known as La Giansanda in Italian, was one of the most famous paintings. It was created by Leonardo da Vinci, and his artwork was believed to be a portrait of Lisa Gherardini, a woman from Florence. It was the wife of a wealthy merchant named Francesco Giansando, where the title La Giansando comes from. The painting was known for remarkable features: the smile, use of light and shadow, the perspective and background, painting's location, theft and return. I want to read about that. The painting was famously stolen by a handyman named Vincenzo Peruggia. He believed the Mona Lisa should be returned to Italy. Then it was recovered 2 years later. Theories and speculation. There are many various theories about the identity of the woman in the portrait, or about the hidden meaning or symbols. Scholars speculate the painting contains hidden references to Vinci's personal beliefs or encoded messages, but those ideas remain speculative. I asked, has anyone ever, tried to vandalize the Mona Lisa? That would be bad. But surprisingly enough, ChatGPT said that the Mona Lisa had been a big target of vandalism before, though it remains remarkably well preserved. Notable incidents include 1956 acid attack. In 1956, a man, he threw acid on the painting while it was on display. But the attack caused some damage to the lower part of the painting, but the damage was minimal, and the Mona Lisa was restored. Then, after that, it was moved behind protective glass. Question I have, why would they allow someone to have acid in his pocket or something? Anyway, in 1974, another incident occurred when a woman, he was from Russia, threw a red dye at the painting while it was in display in Japan. Another question I have, why was it in Japan? Who knows? Again, the damage was not significant, and the painting was restored once again. 2019, a recent incident, a person disguised as a woman in a wheelchair threw a big cake at the painting. But the cake hit the protective glass rather than the painting, so no damage occurred. It was probably a likely act of protest or publicity stunt. And even despite these attacks, the Mona Lisa remains in excellent condition, largely thanks to Louvre Museum's extensive security measures. But then I thought about again, where did ChatGPT's resources come from? Like, where did he get it from? Maybe he just got it all from Google, and he just summarized what Google told him. Like, maybe he found it from Wikipedia. So that would be a theory, because in Wikipedia, you could basically just copy and paste all of the information into what he says. So then I asked, where does the sources come from? ChatGPT responded that said that the information he provides comes from a combination of historical records, widely recognized references. He had well-established scholarly research for topics like the Mona Lisa. He relied on sources like art history textbooks and publications, museum archives, news and reports, and lastly, academic research and articles. I was pretty good with that answer, so I thought of another question I could ask him. Then I remember I watched TV last night, and I found out that they had a new thing called operator mode inside of ChatGPT, and it could do amazing things. So I asked ChatGPT to tell me about it. It tells me about operator mode as maybe in something else, like maybe in technology or even some books. But then I told him that was in ChatGPT. He said he was referring to a concept within ChatGPT itself. Operator mode is an official setting or feature in ChatGPT. I was pretty surprised, but I realized I shouldn't be surprised because all of this was just a normal ChatGPT, not any ChatGPT pluses or anything. So I wrapped up the video and thought about what I did. I realized I didn't really do much today. All I really did was, think of stories, do a quiz, and not much after that. But I liked it. Maybe I'll make another ChatGPT video next time. Until then, see you later.